Hello everybody, this is the Gruesome Fox coming at you with a match here in the Nero Trainer. This is going to be a 450 cost rated match here, and we're going to be on City Ruins. And yeah, this is going to be my first time ever using the Nero Trainer. I've actually never used this suit at all at any of its levels, and when wondering what 450 suit I wanted to play today, I decided to give this suit a chance. The Nero Trainer is a raid. It starts at 450 and can go up to 500 at level 2. I believe so far the suit does only exist at those two levels. I don't think there is a not 450, but a 550 cost version. And yeah, the Nero Trainer is a pretty fun suit trying it out here. As you can see here, you are a heavy attack raid, so you do have a heavy attack with your main two sabers there. And there's also a lot of neat things that the Nero Trainer has here. Starting with your primary weapon, you do have the same beam rifle that the regular Nero uses. This is a charging beam rifle. You can either fire it to do just damage, but if you do get 3 shots on an enemy, you can get an accumulation stun, or you can charge it and then you can get a instant stun that way. But aside from that, yeah, it's a pretty basic beam rifle for what it is here. And right now I have not broken legs, but near broken legs, which is not a good scenario to be in here. I tried pursuing that camphor at the start of the match there, thinking it was the enemy's support, but nope, turns out it was a camphor. But hey, gonna be able to sneak up on him behind here while my teammate has him distracted. Looks like that may have been the Zaku machinery, which has been one of the 2 new suits for this week here. But yeah, moving back here to the Nero Trainer. I already mentioned the beam rifle, and yeah, you have a pair of double beam sabers as your main melee weapon, and as I mentioned earlier, you do have a pretty nice heavy attack with this suit here. I believe at some points, the damage I do to a Garbaldi Beta, which is a general type, I forgot how much damage it was exactly, but it was actually some surprisingly high damage, a bit more than I was expecting, especially against, again, a Garbaldi Beta, which is a general, so they have type advantage against me, and is also a pretty melee-oriented suit in itself. But yeah, pretty good melee attack there. You do have a pair of head-mounted Vulcans. Now, in a few videos I've made, I think my one video, when I covered the buffed Nero, the general, one of the things I brought up in a comparison to this suit is that this one has a pair of head-mounted Vulcans, while the regular Nero does not, which is something that's always very much confused me. I don't know why the regular Nero doesn't have Vulcans. I get its lore reasons, but it just feels kind of weird that the training suit gets the Vulcans. But these are some pretty nifty Vulcans on this suit here. They do have some pretty good accumulation, especially if you pair it up with your beam rifle. And as Vulcans go, you can boost while using these. So very nice Vulcans you can use there. Their fire rate seems like it's pretty close to that of a Vulcan pod. Something like the Mark IIs, for example. So, yeah, pretty good sub-weapon there. And your next 2 sub-weapons are ripped from the General Nero. First one you have is a flash grenade. And this is pretty simple. You throw it, and if you don't hit a shield, or if it actually decides to register, you can get a stun for no damage. I never really liked the stun grenade. I feel like it can be very inconsistent. So it is nifty though, because I do believe it can go through, like if a target is boosting. I don't know if it can. Yeah, I mean, I believe it can go through maneuver armor from what I remember, but I could be wrong on that one. And then you do have another instant stunning sub-weapon here, that being a Sturmfaust. And this is pretty standard for most Sturmfausts. You ready it up, you can fire it, you get an instant stun, does some damage. Not really too much I can say about that particular weapon there, but it is a nice starting weapon. If you want to start with this, then maybe go into either the beam rifle or the Vulcans, if you're trying to do a quick stun lock. So yeah, pretty nice starting weapon there. And yeah, that's everything for the weapon loadout here. The only other thing I really want to say here about the Nero Trainer is that you do have the quick turn ability, which I think I only used once this match, and that's what I used a little bit earlier there. And yeah, this is the quick turn skill, where if you are boosting and you push the touchpad, you will do a full 180 spin. This only applies when you are boosting, and it does, the drawback to it is that you do take more damage when you're using it, but when you use this, you can tank things like stuns. Like if somebody tries to melee you, like hit you at a downswing, even if you take more damage, it won't actually downswing you. So it is a nice way to maybe try to avoid a stun, or, you know, maybe you're just trying to do a setup on an enemy, have them waste their melee, and then you can try to maybe do a counterattack that way. Not really a skill that I use too much here. Again, this is my first match here ever using this suit, so I wasn't even really aware that this thing had quick turn until I, looked at it that one time there. And yeah, aside from that, really didn't use it here. But yeah, that's pretty much most of what I have to say here about the Nero Trainer. Again, pretty fun raid for what it is, actually. I'm surprised I really haven't played it before. I'm assuming the reason is just because at 450, I kind of already had some raids that I was really used to playing. So I really wasn't looking for any new raids to like play or anything as like replacements. Another thing too is that the Nero Trainer is a heavy attack raid, which I really don't play heavy attack raids that often. I believe this is something I've mentioned a couple times. I don't even remember the last heavy attack raid I played. Probably the Gym 3 Close Combats, and even besides that, I think the only 2 heavy attack raids I ever played like a good number of times probably would be the Hazel 2 and the Rigazy, because those were 2 suits that I used to play a lot more when they came out, and those 2 are heavy attack suits. I don't want to count the Crab Goog, only because that's a suit that, it's another case of I really didn't play it that much after release, even though I did get in a lot of like first matches with it, but really not a suit that I would say I main as compared to, again, the Hazel 2 and the Rigazy. So heavy attack raids, just not really my thing. But this one here does have a pretty nice heavy attack. It's quick, and you can recover from it fairly quickly, so it does have some nice uses there. It looks like that is a enemy pixie there. Trying to see if I can get them, but it doesn't look like they are, unless a teammate may have gotten them. But it looks like I don't see him anymore, so I'm going to focus on this Garibaldi beta instead. Was able to get the kill, but there's the pixie right there, snuck up behind me and got the kill off on me. But luckily it looks like we do have a pretty good lead at the moment, so it looks like we are going to be able to pull through this match here. And, yep, not enough time to spawn in, but that's going to be timeout mission over. We got good works going on the side there, and let's see how we did here with the Nero Trainer. And looks like top in individual score for this match. My teammate, Nero Trainer, got top assist and top damage. And third place overall with 8 kills and 2 loss. Not too shabby there. And yeah, that's going to be the end of that match there for the Nero Trainer. Again, pretty fun raid for what I've been playing with it. I do have a few matches that I did get after this, but I did want to use this first match here. Just as like a little, just trying to get used to the experience of playing the suit. Now I want to try it at 500 as well. I want to see if that makes any difference at all in the way it plays. But at 450, yeah, I'll consider playing it a bit more in the future here. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video here. Comment down below what you think about the Nero Trainer. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.